This podcast is being recorded and produced on Gadigal land.
We pay our respects to the traditional custodians of this country and elders past, present.
We extend our respect to any First Nations, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people joining us today.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm Brittney Saunders.
And I'm alright. Hey, and this is High Scrollers, the podcast version of your favourite group chat.
If it's trending, going viral or has you gripped, we're talking about it.
Coming up on this episode, you already know what I'm going to talk about this week. And if you don't, then you're probably behind. But I am about to have one of the most stressful weeks of my life. I'm going to be in a queue. And I've been preparing for this
for
quite
years.
A long time. For literally years. It's been 5 years in the making or 6 years in the making. And I get quite passionate about this episode, so I'm sorry you're going to have to listen to me go on and on and on and on and on and on like I am right now.
Yeah.
But I'm just really passionate. I'm so excited to share my story with you.
And an old TV favourite for a show that I once auditioned for and didn't get in, very embarrassing, crushed my ego, is coming back in its original format. And I'm very excited about it.
Plus, AJ does something that is so rogue, but I think we're all going to be on board with.
It's a bit illegal,
Yeah.
I think, but anyway.
I got my first fine over the weekend, and we talk. That was a great chat, by the way, at the start of the episode.
It was.
In fact, we're about to kick it off right now. We're about to get right into that chat right this second. So sit back, strap in, click, clack, front and back, honey, and deal me in, doll. Let's go. Let's hit record. Are we
Okay.
recording? What did you just say? What did you
I
just say?
said they're getting rid of stupid ticketless fines for parking.
Yeah. And guess what?
What? You got one?
I got my first ever parking fine on Friday.
Wait, your first ever parking fine in your life?
Yeah. I've never had a parking fine. I have always paid for parking, no matter where it is. I'm a true believer in following the rules.
I've got something funny to add to that.
Okay, what?
So I'm the same. So here in Sydney at Nova, we've spoken about this before, you have to do it the old school way. Like you have to go up to the machine and fucking press the button a million times.
Uh-huh.
Whereas in Newcastle now we have the Easy Park app.
Yeah.
Which I also think is in Sydney as well in some areas. But like this council here where Nova is doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So in Newey we literally just open the Easy Park app, turn up the dial, boom, you're done. So I always pay for parking in Newcastle. For example, at our Fate store, the street that it's on, that's paid parking. But AJ has I don't know if I should say this, but he has a theory. He has never paid for parking.
And his theory is that the fine will be
less than every
what,
time. Because we only are going to like that part of Newcastle when we're dropping into our Fate store or we're dropping into our cafe because they're next to each other.
Uh-huh.
So we're only ever going there for like an hour kind of thing. It's not like he's parking there every day, all day, you know, and not paying. But he never, ever pays. And I think he's gotten 2 fines in the 3 years that we've been there, or 2.5 years that like our cafe has been there. And he's like, I would have spent more on paying for parking every single time than the $100 and something fine that he's gotten 2 times. And that's his theory. AJ is a rule breaker.
Do you want to know what makes this so sickening?
What?
This, you won't believe.
What?
Why I got the parking fine. So
where were you?
In Bondi.
Okay.
In Waverley Council, which shout out to Waverley Council and also fuck you.
Was it ticketless?
No, it was a paid meter, and then they had a QR code on the side to like do it on the app.
Okay.
So I get there. Traffic was horrendous. I'm there for an appointment. The appointment is 10 minutes long. And I'm like, I get there, I quickly park, I like go up to the meter. I'm like, I don't have any time for this. I'll take a photo of the QR code and I'll sort it out on the way to the appointment. Mm-hmm. Get to the appointment a few minutes late because of the traffic, and it was for an LED treatment, and basically they book them so close together that like if you are late you like can't have the full treatment. And I was like, it's all right, don't worry about it, like whatever, just do what you can. And I think I got like 8 minutes out of it. So I had left from my car to the appointment and back within 10 minutes. I only parked there for 10 minutes. It would have cost me $1.20 and instead it cost me $136.
Oh.
And I was like, I know I did the wrong thing, but I'm also like, I have never not paid for parking once in my life. There are people like AJ out here scamming the system and constantly not paying for parking, which also I'm like, go for it.
Yeah, but
like,
also, I'm like, fuck the council because what the fuck? We pay for enough and then you want to we have to pay to park on the fucking street with our car that we pay rego in, that we pay all this, that and the other fucking insurance. Like, what else do you want to sting us for? So I kind of get where AJ's coming from, but...
Oh, yeah, same. I wish I could be that person who doesn't pay for parking. I wish I could be that person, but I'm just not. I genuinely, like, always pay for parking.
Especially in Sydney, I feel like you're going to get caught more, whereas, like, in Newcastle, it's a smaller city, and, like, you see the rangers out, but not as often kind of thing. Yeah. So I feel like maybe that's why
this is the thing. I was also, like, not on a main road. I was down, like, a back street. There were only 2 car spots there, and I was like,
maybe they know to go and check there.
Right? So my friend's like, I reckon he's round the corner, and everyone just uses that as, like, a quick run in, run out.
Yeah.
And he, like, knew about it. I don't know. But anyway, like, yes, I did the wrong thing, but I'm also allowed to be pissed off about it because I was like,
absolutely.
Oh my God, I literally always do the right thing.
See, my thing is,
one time I don't.
When I get a fine, my thing is, because I know it, like, puts a damper on your day and you're just like, fuck. Obviously, if you've got the money, my mentality is as soon as I get that ticket on my window, I get in the car and I pay it straight away.
Yeah.
And then I scrunch it up and throw it out.
Yeah.
And then you can move on.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know how you get, like, time to pay it.
Yeah.
And fair enough if you want to put it on a payment plan or whatever. But if you've got the money to pay for the fine, my advice, just pay it and move on. Otherwise, it will be a burden.
Well, do you know what I did?
What?
I was going straight after that to hang out with my friend. So I picked him up and I was like, hi, I just got this fine. Can you pay it? Like, pay it on your bank account. You use your card. And then I gave him cash.
Oh, yeah.
So, like,
it's not coming out of your bank.
I never have to see it on my statement. I never have to think about it again.
See, that's smart as well.
It's even one step further, you know?
One time in Newcastle, actually, I will say, because I always pay on the Easy Park app, I was at my hairdresser's, which you also have to pay for parking because it's in the CBD in town, and I got a fine, but I paid on the app.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck? So I reckon sometimes their technology isn't 100% right.
Yeah.
So then I had to, like, go on the fine thing and say, like, I did pay. Here's a screenshot from the app to show that I was parked there and paid. And then they just, like, cancelled the fine straight away.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, yeah. But anyway, I'm here for the fact that you have to get a ticket on your windscreen because, I don't know, some areas in Sydney or whatever, you don't get a ticket on your windscreen.
Yeah.
And I saw it on the news, and apparently the revenue from the ticketless fines shot up by, like, I don't know how many million or tens of millions because they were so much quicker at giving people fines. And I've only gotten one here in the time that we've been doing this podcast because there's, like, you know how there's a 2-hour parking area here?
Yeah.
And sometimes we stay for more than 2 hours and then I just go, oh, fuck it. But now we found a little 6-hour spot near here.
I know.
So we
So
park
good.
there now, but I've only gotten one fine in the whole time we've been doing scrollers.
Yeah.
So it was just a fine towards the pod.
And I just feel like paying for parking is, like, one of those things that, like, we can get away with not doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think people, surely no one listening to this podcast is like, oh, how dare they not pay for parking?
We're going to dob them in to the
no
police.
one is that much of a loser that they are thinking like, oh, AJ's an arsehole for not paying for parking.
Call the police on AJ.
I think we all collectively as a human race are like, fuck paying for parking.
Fuck it.
But I will because I follow the rules.
Yeah.
But if you don't, I'm okay with that.
Yes,
you know what I
I'm
mean?
exactly the same. Like, I get it if you don't pay because it's absolutely fucked. And same goes for tolls, but we've already had that conversation before.
Please be upstanding for the royal flush.
All right, it's time for our royal flush of the week, the best thing we've seen on the internet this week. Now, I can't wait to talk about mine, and I'm probably going to take up most of this episode talking about it, Brittney. So I need you to go first. What is your royal flush of the week, please?
Okay, mine's pretty basic, but I think it is really exciting, and I hope that they're going to follow through with exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, the original... the original Big Brother format is coming back.
Oh, and thank God for that, honestly.
I swear we have spoken about this, like, in the early days of High Scrollers when we were talking about, like, going on reality shows, and we talked about how I auditioned for Big Brother back in the day and I didn't get in. Way to crush my fucking ego. But yeah, I saw something pop up on Facebook the other day and it said the original format of Big Brother is coming back, which is so fucking good because if you don't know, which I'm sure everyone does, For the last couple of years, Big Brother has been absolutely garbage. It has been a physical challenge game.
It's like Survivor.
Yeah, like it's physical fucking challenges, a survival of the fittest, and it's just not the same as what it used to be. And I think I'm so excited to hear this news because it says that Big Brother is listening to the viewers.
Yeah.
Like everyone for years has been saying, bring back the original format. Like throw them in the house and let them socialise. Like we don't want it to be a strategical game. We just want it to be people hanging out, getting fucking drunk, like doing Friday Night Live. Like remember those Friday night games or whatever?
And it was so good, like live evictions and nominations and all the rest of that.
Whereas now it's just too technical and strategical. And I hate that it's physically challenging because what the fuck? Like, just call it Survivor then.
And also overproduced. I think that's the biggest thing with why they kind of did it in advance is because they wanted to be able to put in that dramatic music and build up and create storylines almost like Married at First Sight. Like, they need the entire season to, like, you know, I don't know if they do or not, but pick a winner or pick who the audience is they think the audience is going to love, which they always get wrong anyway. But let the audience decide
that shit. Like, I used to love the old Big Brother because you were just quite literally watching people live day-to-day lives in the house and all the fun shit that they would do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so excited by that. And I hope that if this is true, like, I think it's come out, like, that it's confirmed.
Yeah,
like, it was
100%.
official articles.
Yeah, no, Channel 10 have posted, so they do these, I think they're called upfronts each year, where they basically say, here are all our new shows and here are all the shows that are returning, and they go off with a bang. So,
well, whoever fucking got that ticked off at Channel 10, they deserve a raise.
For sure. I got a whole heap of others if you want to know about them. So they're also bringing back Talking About Your Generation. Do you remember that show? They've got a new show called Ghosts Australia. Don't know what that is. The Inspired Unemployed are getting a second show called The List. There's one called Airport 24/7, House Hunters, Staycation, and they're also bringing back a lot of their favourite shows. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is coming back, and just letting Channel 10 know I'm very available. Survivor, I think I'd do Survivor just for the gag of it all, even if I only lasted one episode. Like, I'm a Celebrity, I want to be there like the whole time and really enjoy the experience. Survivor, I'd like to just give it a go.
Would be fucking hard.
I know,
it?
But like, you know, 1 or 2 days. There's even a Survivor, like, almost kind of all-stars, I guess. They're calling it Australia versus the world.
You would have to be so fit to go on Survivor. Like, the ones where they have to hold themselves up on a rope. Like, I'd be out in 20 seconds.
I know.
You know how they stand there for, like, 8 hours on one foot or some shit?
Oh, I went out on the weekend and I've woken up with, like, it feels like my entire body has been through a Pilates class. Like,
partying.
My arms, yeah.
Well, I think I saw on your close friend's story that you were like swinging around in a cage.
Yes, well, that's what it felt like. I realised in the shower this morning, I was like, oh my God, I was swinging from the fucking roof.
And someone else was dressed up as Dobby. And they were like,
it's so funny,
humping the top of your head in the top of the cage. Like, who was that?
Ellie. That's Star's best friend. So for anyone listening, we had Star's birthday on the weekend. I was dressed as Sharon from Kath and Kim on the weekend.
Aww.
And Dobby was there. And who else? So going back, because we were talking about what I was going to dress up as, and I wanted something a bit outside the box for that party. Glad I didn't go as the Mona Lisa. Someone else came as the Mona Lisa.
Right.
There was someone else that I did consider Prue and Trude, and someone came as those two as well. And then there was what am I trying to say here? Oh, another last minute one that I thought of was Nikki Webster at the 2000 Olympics, but then there was someone else dressed as that. So Sharon was perfect because no one came as Sharon.
I feel like it was a really easy costume too and comfortable.
I am not kidding you.
Like, no makeup, just a shit wig, a netball fucking
I
bib.
sorted that out at 4:30. Party started at 5. Yeah. No, sorry, about 3:30. I sorted that out. Party started at 5. Because I just kept changing my mind. I was going to be Kath originally, but I couldn't do her justice. I was going to the Salvos and things like that. Vinny's trying to find, like, you know, one of her ugly jumpers. Couldn't find one anywhere. And I was like, if I don't, like, do it justice. Also, glad I didn't go as Ray Gun because there were 3 of them.
Oh.
So, yeah, I went to Big W, got that skirt, which was so tight, by the way. Netball skirts are quite flattering. That was a size 16. I'm like, I don't even know what size I am, but I'm not a size 16. I'm a lot bigger than that. So the size 16 was cutting into me all night. But because it's a netball skirt, it kind of looks more flattering and it was hiding, like, literally cutting off my circulation at the stomach. Anyway, it was camp. What were we saying? Oh, MasterChef's doing All Stars as well. There you go. MasterChef's doing All Stars, Taskmaster. Oh, another inspired unemployed show. Another one. God. Is anyone watching those?
No, I don't really, if I'm being honest, like, I don't really get them.
No,
like, I
neither.
don't find it funny.
Neither.
But they have done extremely well, obviously.
Congrats.
With their fucking beer and everything.
The Cheap Seats. Thank God You're Here. Love.
Oh, I fucking love that show. Would you go on Thank God You're Here?
I would love to, but I don't think I would. I crack under pressure a little bit.
Sometimes the like old clips pop up on my TikTok. Yeah. And fuck, some of them are so funny. But I think you should go on it, Matt. I think I would almost go on it.
Improv can go one of two ways, and I just don't feel confident enough to...
But you just go along with the story, whatever you get thrown into, I feel like. And they all laugh anyway.
But sometimes they put funny, like they say funny one-liners, and I'm like, that thought wouldn't even enter my brain if I was in that situation.
It would be hard to not just laugh.
God, they've got so many fucking shows. Deal or No Deal, I'd go on that because imagine, winning the cash prize.
I want to go on Tipping Point.
Yeah.
I'm still obsessed
Is
with that.
On Channel 10 or Channel...
I don't know. It's on every afternoon at 5 o'clock. That's all I know. And I'm there every afternoon watching.
I would love The Chase. I'm a big Chase fan.
Oh, yeah.
Gogglebox is coming back. Would love to do that.
Oh, me and you on Gogglebox.
Yeah. Iconic. NCIS.
Get us on that too.
Yeah. The Project. Oh, God. Jeez, they've got so many.
They're a bit busy over at Channel 10.
They're very busy. But yeah, Gogglebox would be fun, but I'm always curious. I think, how do these people who are on Gogglebox actually have a life? Because the cameras seem to always be there because they're in different outfits. They've got different
have, like,
food.
set times that they're going to be sitting down and watching it.
Right, but imagine committing to that every single week. We can't even commit to a podcast time every week. We're changing the podcast every week. It's 10:30 in the morning, 11:45. Next week we're at 9. Next week we're at 2. Next time we're on a Thursday.
See, but I think they're not watching it as the show's live on TV. I reckon they've got a filming hour. It could be 9 a.m. in the morning, and they play then the shows on the TV, not at the time that everyone else is actually watching it.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be like structured days. So
Also,
let's go on.
Side note, because you have just said something that absolutely irks me.
What?
You just said it could be 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh,
it's not going to be 9 a.m. in the night time, is it?
I wasn't thinking. I didn't even say good morning at the start of it either. It's all gone wrong.
And it's not even morning anymore, so you can't. Oh, it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah. I'm like, yes, of course it is, because it's 6 a.m.
Sometimes it just makes more sense to say that rather than 6 a.m.
But I don't think it does.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
6 a.m.
Look, I wasn't thinking when I just said that,
It's
and I'm
6
really
a.m.
sorry. Please forgive me.
No, I will forgive you, but
Thank
I just
you.
need to... 6 p.m. in the evening, same story.
See, I don't think I would ever say 6 p.m. in the evening.
Right. So
I'd
why'd
say
you
6 o'clock
a.m.?
at night. But then I don't know why I said 9 a.m. in the morning. 7 a.m. waking up in the morning.
Anyway, the point is... I forget where we were going with any of this.
My royal flush is Big Brother.
Yeah, right. But there was something else we were just talking about as well.
Us going on
Gogglebox. Yeah.
Channel 10, if you're listening.
Oh, just give me something at this point. Just do something. I'm sitting here hungry like a dog to just get myself on TV and do something, And the only bloody time I've been on TV this year was to be on the news to talk about fucking $50 notes and how cash has changed my life. And it has, and I still stand by it, and I'm still using cash. I'm loving it.
Well,
but fucking hell, can I have a little bit of just something? Give me a crumb.
Well,
I'll go on the fucking inspired unemployed show if I have to. I don't know. I'm here, I'm willing, and then you see some of the... Okay, I can't go on that.
Look, I was just going to say
ranting
as well,
today. I'm not ranting today.
Like, we are in Nova Studios, and I can look out the window, and Channel 10 is right there. Like, the big fucking circle with 10 in it. I'm sure these people in this building can go next door and say, hey, look at these two talented people.
Yeah, like...
Get us a gig on Neighbours. I don't care what it is.
Every single Monday, Channel
10. Yeah, we're here
right
anyway. Like, we could just pop in and record a scene of some sort. Do they want us to do an audition? I will.
Yeah, honestly.
After this, let's go.
Get us on Neighbours. Who we could play on? Who could we play on Neighbours?
I would like to come in and play like the bitchy villain.
You reckon?
Yeah. The bitch.
Oh wow.
What character would you be?
The hot, straight love interest of all the over 40-year-old women in Ramsay Street.
Wait, you would play a straight guy?
No, of course I wouldn't. I don't know what I'd do.
I would want to come in as the villain. No, but then everyone will actually hate you in real life if you're really good at acting.
True,
like,
true.
But I'd still do it.
Yeah. Nice. Well, Big Brother's coming back. Would you go on Big Brother at this point in your career?
No.
Of course you wouldn't. You couldn't lower yourself to that standard. But I mean, Channel 10, we love you and we'll take anything.
Maybe you and I could go in as intruders for like a small little segment.
Or just let us host Friday night games.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe that. Maybe instead of going in the house, we will host it. Again, Nova, what the fuck? You guys have connections here. All right, hey, and Brittney Saunders, host of Friday Night Games.
I know.
The new host of Big Brother is a Nova presenter, Mel Tresina.
Well, we've got connections.
We've got connections.
We're storming over there after this record.
Yeah, here we go.
We're doing our audition. But I wouldn't go on Big Brother only because I'm too busy.
I would.
Yeah.
Because I'd like the holiday. But
It would
my
be
thing
nice.
is, it just annoys me that they got to see me naked. Like the fact there's a camera in the toilet and I got to take a
That's
shit.
too much. Like, what
with
about when
the
you got your
camera.
period? Like, and they're watching you change a
Right.
fucking tampon.
And I don't think they are watching. I think it's
They
just
would
there.
be.
No, I just think it's there to monitor. Like they'll probably watch you go in, and if two people go in the toilet at the
They're
same
gonna
time to get
watch.
hanky-panky, like that's
What if you got
obviously...
explosive diarrhea?
Which I often do. So it's like, I just can't have people having access to that footage. And I know with the television industry, that footage will never be erased. Like, it's not like when the season ends, they delete all the footage of people on the
No,
toilet.
it'll be there
That is
forever.
still on the hard drives at Channel 10 from 20 years ago. All of the Big Brother contestants taking their shits. It is still in the backlog somewhere. Someone's got... You know, with these shows, what they do is it's actually someone's, or there's a team of people's jobs to actually write out every single thing that happens and is said.
Well, I'm sure AI would replace that now.
Oh, potentially. But, I mean, AI can go wrong. You've seen closed captions on the TV and they stuff up the words
Yeah.
and things like
I
that. Or when
reckon
you try
there'd
and
be
put it
some
on
AI
your
for sure.
Instagram story. But, like, 20 years ago, let's say, they actually had a team of people who would have to write down basically an entire script, almost like one of those people in a courtroom that takes all the information down. There's, like, a log of that
Somewhere.
for every clip that has ever been filmed for any reality show ever. And so Big Brother, not only do you have the footage of you taking a shit, you then have someone saying, Matt walked to the bathroom and was in the bathroom for 24 minutes and had explosive diarrhea. I don't know how descriptive they get, but like that's on file as well.
Well, either way, I'm just really keen if it actually happens. I can't wait for us to host Friday Night Games. I'm manifesting that right now. Matt's face
I'm over
is...
here. I'm scrunching my face up and shaking my head. There's no fucking way.
Why not?
There's no way they would get us.
Why?
Nah, I don't see that happening. We've got to be realistic about it. I mean, they've thrown less relevant people on celebrity shows before.
Exactly.
So I can understand being a contestant, but hosting Friday Night Games, I don't know about. I think that's a stretch. That's a stretch.
That's a limiting belief.
Okay, fair enough.
That's my royal flush. What's yours?
Well, I think it'll come as no surprise to anyone that my royal flush of the week is Kylie Minogue announcing her Tension World Tour.
And can I ask you a question on that?
Mm-hmm.
On your story, like the night of or whatever, it's like quarter to midnight at night
Quarter
PM.
to 11 p.m., yeah.
Yeah. You put on your story, I have a feeling that Kylie is going to announce a tour in 15 minutes.
No, my spidey senses were tingling because I was scouring the internet, right? So basically when she posted about the album, this royal flush is two parts. She posted saying that a new album was coming, Tension 2. Tension's the name of her last album, arguably one of her best albums ever. I loved it. It was so cohesive. It was so fantastic. I felt like a proud son hearing that for the first time. Now she's releasing Tension 2 with like a bonus extra 9 tracks that we haven't heard or something like that in October, a week before my birthday. Thank you. And then she said, but wait, there's more. Now the day before, she'd also posted that there was like a cryptic video of her and there was a like world map in the background with all of these cities like coloured in. So I knew that the world tour was coming.
Right.
So then she's announced it. I actually thought the world tour was coming, but then the album announcement came and I was like, oh my God, we're getting an album, not a world tour. But then at the end it said stay tuned for more and there was like a world emoji and I'm like, there's a tour coming. So then I correlated that with the time zones in the UK, which is where she's based for the majority of the time. So the prime time you would imagine is like 7, 8 p.m. or whatever. And I forget exactly what it was, but 11 p.m. lined up with that. And I was just taking a real stab in the dark, to be honest. But I was like...
so you're a bit psychic.
Because then I'm on Ticketek and I'm on... So this was the kicker. On the Ticketek website, the Kylie waitlist page had been taken down. And so then it was funny actually because literally she didn't announce until like 13 minutes past, and I had already found on Frontier Touring and Ticketek they'd already put up all the information. So I knew all the dates, I had them all locked in the calendar, and here we go, it's all happening. But I'm very nervous, and I did say I would explain on High Scrollers this week the story behind why this is so significant, and this is my Eras tour is what I'm saying.
I'll tell you what's like, I'm always so fascinated with you.
What?
Like, and I want to know if any scrollers are with me on this. The way that you are so passionate about musicians, I can't relate. Like,
Really?
I couldn't be more different. I want to know, like, it makes me feel like, oh, should I be this way? Like, I don't idolize any artist. And I'm like, am I the only person in the world that's like that?
Yeah, I think so.
Am I?
I think so. I think everyone idolizes someone to some extent.
I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't idolize a single person in a way that I would be, like, invested. And the way that you're, like, invested in albums and all this and that. Like, I don't know fucking shit.
Yeah.
I just hear songs on the radio.
I think you're just delusional. I think most people have someone who they would sell their soul to go and see live.
Okay, we're going to have to ask this in our broadcast channel. Because I feel so, like, am I the only person that feels this way?
I honestly think you are. Like, Producer Hannah, like, you've surely got someone who, like, you would sell your own child to go and see or meet or have dinner with or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Lady Gaga, right, there you go. She's up there for me as well.
I'm not like that with anyone. What's wrong with me?
I don't know. There's a lot. We don't have time to get into all of that. But Kylie, this is why this is so significant for me. So, obviously, I love Kylie my entire life. She was such a big part of my growing up as well. I think, like we've spoken about growing up before, you grew up with like your parents playing music that then influenced you, whereas I wasn't really a music household.
Neither were we, but the only time was at like barbecues and shit.
Right, and Tom Jones was playing.
Tom Jones and Robbie Williams.
Yeah, okay, my mum did love Robbie Williams, but I fell in love with Kylie, and it was like the first concert I went to was Kylie Minogue. My parents took me when I was like 5.
I think this is where my problem comes from. Like, I never went to a concert. Like, I wasn't brought up loving music in that way, so I think that's where my whole thing comes from of like, I don't idolize anyone.
Yeah.
Because I never fucking experienced it.
Yeah. And so as a child, like, Kylie was number one. Now, obviously growing up, I didn't have any money to like go to her concerts and things like that. Then when I was old enough, she did the Aphrodite tour, which is arguably the best stage production tour from any pop star of all time. If you haven't seen it and you want to do your research, I think it was around like 2011, 2012, maybe 2013, can't really remember, but it was around that time. And basically it was like a Cirque du Soleil show in the fact that she had this big runway with a splash zone in the middle of it. She had water cannons throwing water all over the audience and all over the stage, and it honestly was like a masterpiece of the production value and level was just crazy. For that reason, the tickets were so expensive. I mean, her B reserve ticket, for example, for her upcoming tour is like $200. I remember the like cheapest ticket you could get back then in 2012 was more than $200. I think it was $219. Which, so back then, that amount of money was just like so crazy. And I was fresh out of high school, unemployed, blah, 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 didn't have any money, couldn't go. It is like one of my, I don't regret much in life, but I regret not getting my shit together and begging and stealing and doing whatever I can to go to that tour, because it's like, it hurts that I didn't get to go. Since then, I've been to every other tour she's come out to, but I've always been so broke that I haven't been able to afford like a good seat. Like, I went to one of her concerts and I genuinely was in the back row of Kudos Bank Arena. Like, the wall was behind me and there was not a single other person. Like, I did that with Beyonce as well. Like, I was like, as long as I'm in the room, like, I'll be happy. And then her most recent tour, Golden, I again was kind of towards the back. And then I went in the Hunter Valley as well. She did like an outdoor kind of winery vibe.
Yeah.
which was really nice. But I just was so far back that I was like, I'm enjoying myself, but also like, I just wish I could see a wrinkle on her face. You know
what
I
you're
mean?
saying is you're going to try and get front row tickets.
Babes, I've had this plan since, I think that was 2018. I went and saw her last for the Golden Tour. And I said to myself, I am creating a savings account, especially for Kylie Minogue tickets. I don't care how crazy and stupid that sounds, but I am putting all this money. And I was like, I want to put 10 grand in it. I want to get to 10 grand because I was like, I don't care how much a ticket is. Like if a ticket is $5,000,
is some of the tickets going to be that much?
I'm paying that money. That's just where my brain is, babe. That's
Okay.
where my brain is. Just stick along for the story. Sorry, I'm doing a Brittney story. I'm real dragging it out.
Fuck up.
So I was like, I got to get to $10,000. Well, I got to about $4,000 and then the pandemic hit. So the bank account was drained and I had no money again. And I was like, well, that's all right. Kylie's not touring anyway, so we don't need that money right now. We'll go on our job seeker. Thank you, Centrelink. Ride in ScoMo for a little bit, and away we go. And then after COVID, I was able to bump the savings back up a little bit, and then I ended up getting my $10,000 in the savings account a couple of years ago, which is fabulous. And it was good because I wasn't leaving the house. And then since that's been there, I haven't been touching it. I haven't touched it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, that's
You gotta
for
keep it
Kylie.
there, yeah.
That's for Kylie. So I was honestly expecting her to do like a VIP meet and greet, full package, like $2.5 grand. And I was like, great, I'll be able to go to one show and sort it out. The most expensive ticket is $800.
And it's not meet and greet?
No, it's not meet and greet, but that's okay. I understand that because still post-pandemic, like they probably don't want to be meeting people in case they got to cancel shows if they get sick. Like I'm
Yeah,
sure they've got
fair
to wear
enough.
masks everywhere and all the rest of that. The protocols would be through the roof.
Yeah.
But I just think it's hilarious that I now have like all this extra money that I didn't need to save this entire time. And so I'm like, well, I'm doing the VIP meet and greet. And I mean, she's not doing a meet and greet. Sorry. I'm doing the VIP Padam package. That's what it's called. The Padam package. And then I'm going to multiple shows. This is my Eras tour. And I don't feel guilty about this one because
I don't know why you should feel guilty. I get it because people miss out, but also that's just fucking life.
So true.
I
agree.
don't care about that when people don't win something or whatever and they're like, oh, no. Like, that's just the way the cookie fucking crumbles, if you ask me.
Agree, but
Who
also,
cares?
yes, I understand why people would get upset about Eras Tour. I think that's like a different kettle of fish, you know what I mean?
But also, like, if you want to get tickets to multiple shows, and you manage to get them, good on you.
And I will be.
Yeah.
I have cleared my entire schedule for this week. We've got tickets going on sale Tuesday. We've got tickets going on sale Thursday. We've got tickets going on sale, I think, next Wednesday. I don't know. It's all in the calendar.
And it's next year in February or March?
March.
I might go.
Oh, would you like to come with me?
I'll try and get a ticket.
Well, we're going to get a ticket with me. We've got to sit together.
True. So
Will
when
you
you
do the $800 one?
$800.
I'm buying two anyway, but I've got no one to go with because
Yeah,
it's
I'll
on the same
come.
night as Mardi Gras.
I'll
which
come.
you've never been to anyway, so it won't hurt you to not go again.
Yeah, I'll come.
So, great. Okay. Oh, hang on. My brain's reeling now. All right. Because I was only prepared to get one ticket for tomorrow because I also thought one ticket would probably guarantee me more of a chance of a front row seat.
No, you're getting two now.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm also doing Brisbane if you feel like flying up there with me. And I'm doing Melbourne as well. So we've got plenty of options.
I'll come to one.
Nah, I'm doing all of them. I'm going on annual leave for 2 weeks. No one will fucking see me. I'm in Kylie mode.
Wait, what do people wear to a Kylie Minogue concert? Is it like Taylor Swift?
Sparkles.
So it's like
bit
Taylor
fun,
Swift?
Dress up.
But not as much?
Yeah. Put a wedge on.
A wedge?
Biker jacket, you know. Depends what era you want to go as. What era of Kylie you want to go
True.
as. But anyway, the royal flush of the week is obviously that her tour is coming. And I just need everybody to manifest. Keep me in your thoughts this week. I will obviously be giving you updates in the broadcast channel and on my stories of whether I have got the tickets or not. You'll know, babes. Either way, you'll know.
What are you going to do if you don't
reaction,
get one? Are you going to try and get one?
Nah, none of that. If they go, I don't care who I have to hold up at Nova, but I am shutting this place is on lockdown till I get a Kylie Minogue ticket, okay? And half of me's like, as long as I'm in the room, that's fine. But also I'm like, no, I want front fucking row every single city I go to. And then there's one night I'm going to go with my friends and we're going to sit in B reserve. Well, it's going to kill me to be all the way back there again. But but we're going as a friend group, all 6 of us, to go see Kylie Minogue, which I just love. And I'm really, really excited about the whole thing. But what I will say is I know... Okay, can I just go quickly on another tangent?
Ugh.
I know that it's so fucking ridiculous to spend this money in this day and age in a cost of living crisis. No, let me say this.
Okay, I'm just having a quick lolly.
Yeah, go for your life and eat. Yeah. But like, you don't understand. I just don't think if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And if you don't, I feel sorry for you. Because not only have I been saving for years for this moment, the fact that I saved so much more than I needed to, I could have been spending that money elsewhere all these years. But I have left that there, even when I'm like, oh, I should probably take some money out of that and, you know, pay for the car rego or whatever it might be. I go, no, got to keep it there, because I always thought to myself, as soon as I take $2,000 out to pay my car rego, that's when the tickets will come and I won't have enough money for it. So I'm like, no, let's just leave it there. We've done the budget. And now it's crazy. Like I feel crazy, but I'm also like, no, you know what? This is going to be the best experience of my life.
And you need money for hotel and everything if you're going to all the other ones.
Exactly. And you know what? Time, I've always said it. I'm going to say it again. This is a lesson for all of you out there. Time is more important than money. Time is so much more valuable than money. And my time is better spent front row at a Kylie Minogue concert 5 times over the course of 2 weeks, traveling around the country following her. Because you know what? That memory will stay with me forever. I can always make more money. We can always get another sponsorship, can't we, Hannah? Get another podcast sponsorship for me. That money will come back another day. But I'm happy to release those funds to the universe in exchange for that time with Kylie Minogue, because nothing is as valuable as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
But in all seriousness,
I completely agree with that.
We are never guaranteed more time in life.
No.
But we can always make more money.
Couldn't agree more.
I will always be able to make more money somewhere else. If everything went away today, I know that I could go and get a job and get more money tomorrow. I could, if you know what I mean, like we can always make more money, but no one's guaranteed more time in life. So I want to spend my money to enjoy my time. Anyway, sorry, this episode has just been me talking about Kylie Minogue, and I hope you've all enjoyed that. But I hope you've heard my passion and you understand what this means to me. And the fact it's like her best album yet. Oh, no, it's not. But it's up there. It's up there with one of my favourite albums of hers. So I'm like excited. And the fact she's kicking it off in Australia. Okay, so that's what I'm really excited about.
When I saw the graphic thing, I saw Newcastle. I'm like, oh my God, yeah, Newcastle. And I'm like, wait, that's in fucking the UK. I got so excited that she was coming to the Newcastle Entertainment Centre.
Oh.
See, I can't relate to you on like being obsessed with celebrities, but I can get behind going to a concert and having a really fucking good time. So I will come with you if you want to get me a ticket.
Okay.
I'll transfer you.
Okay, thanks. I'm excited. I'm going to sort that out for us tomorrow. Fingers crossed.
Can we go to the Saturday night one?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the Mardi Gras one.
Good.
So no one can come with me that night. That's why I was going to go by myself.
I don't have to take annual leave. I'll just be there.
No, yeah.
Well, I'm going to take the stage for a little moment.
You better.
Yeah, because you've had your time to shine. I wanted to talk to you about it last week, but then I don't even know what we fucking spoke about last week.
Too much.
Yeah. But just wrapping up this episode with something fun that we are doing at Fate, which if you follow me on social media or Fate, or you're in our Fate Society Facebook group, you will already know this. But it's really exciting and full circle moment for me. We are doing a brand trip for Fate. You know how you see all the trips and the tripping with Tart and all that? I went on those back in the day.
Yep.
Well, we're doing a brand trip for Fate, our first one ever. But instead of taking influencers, we're taking customers. So we're currently doing a giveaway. It closes at the end of this month, on the last day of this month. I don't know if that's the 30th or 31st. But all you have to do to enter is, you can go on our website. There's information about it on there. But you have to place an order on Fate. Any order, it doesn't matter. There's no minimum spend. And you have to use the 10% off discount code LUCKY7, because we're taking 7 lucky customers on a brand trip with us. And when we were organising this, it's for our 7th birthday, by the way, because it's Fate turns 7 this month. we were like, where do we take them? We were like, oh, do we go to the Gold Coast? Like, there's heaps to do there. We're like, nah, fuck it. Let's do it in Newcastle. So we're treating everyone to a getaway in Newcastle, which I know some people are probably like, oh, what's there to do there? But there's actually so many cool things to do in Newcastle now. We even have 5-star hotels now.
Nice.
Believe it or not. We've already booked the 7 hotel rooms. We have no idea who's going to stay there.
Wow.
And you're literally going to be treated like influencers. Like, you know, you get there and the bed's all set up, the bathroom's all set up. I feel like when I used to go on brand trips back in the day, in my YouTubing days, I would often look at those trips and look at all the elements of it. And, you know, when you get to your room and it's all set up beautifully and everything's personalized, I would look at it and go, wow, like this is so cool that this brand can do something like this and bring people on the trip. So I feel like I'm just like reliving that, but in a different way. And it's just really full circle for me. So if you haven't checked out the giveaway, there's a reel on my page. It's on our website, and join our Fate Society Facebook group if you want to be part of it. And I'm just so excited for that.
Yeah, it's so cool. I actually am surprised there hasn't been like a bit more like media attention or something, or more people haven't been talking about the fact that you're doing this, because I feel like everyone has said this for years. Like, why do brands take influencers?
Yeah.
They should take their customers who actually buy stuff.
I'm sure once we are doing the trip, which we'll make a lot of content out of, then
true.
people will talk about it more as well when they actually see the event.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, why the fuck not? And you're right, like over the years, like back when we were in our YouTubey days and those tripping with Tarte things and Too Faced trips, like they were all the rage and influencers went. But like those brands still do that now. But I feel like when they do it, all the comments are like, this is so out of touch. Like, did you see, was it Tarte recently that did one and some got a Hermes bracelet and some didn't? And then there was all this discourse online because some people that went on the trip got certain gifts.
Wow.
And others didn't. And, like, I fully understand why brands do it. Like, it's fucking genius marketing. Like, you don't have to pay those influencers to go on the trip. You don't have to pay them to promote you. You just take them on the holiday and they'll promote you for free. So it's very clever on the brand's part. But
it just seems like a lot of logistics, though.
Oh, it is. And this has been surprising for me. We're organising this for 7 customers in our home city. But even that, like just all the figuring out, we're having to work out like our staff rosters, and because they can't ever be alone. So besides when they're in their room. So like we're working out all the logistics of that, and it's taken us a lot of organising. And we've already started looking at flights from every like state, like coming to Newcastle, and what time those flights would be that those people are going to be potentially going on, and then how do we get them from the airport to us, kind of thing. Like there's a lot of organising, but I just am so glad to be doing it with our own community and like giving back to them, because I think the influencers drive the sales for the businesses, but it's the customers that matter the most.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm just really excited to be doing that. And I've got another surprise as well for those that don't win.
Oh, are you telling us right now?
Oh, it is the end of the episode, so maybe I could. Because we haven't announced this, but maybe I'm announcing it now early, but you're only going to know if
When are you going to announce this? Because we could also chuck it in Close Friends. You're going to announce it this week?
No.
No.
The winners are... So the competition ends on the 30th of this month.
Yeah.
Which is a Monday. So the last day of this month, so there's literally less than a week to go.
Yeah.
And then the next day, on Tuesday the 1st, we're announcing something else.
Okay, and that's what you were going to tell us right now.
Yeah, do you reckon I should?
Do you want to save it for Close Friends on Friday so it's closer to the announcement date, or do you really want to give them a week in advance? Because they'll know a week before anyone else if you tell them right now, or they'll know like 4 days before if you tell them on Friday.
I don't know. What do you reckon? Close friends.
Close
Okay.
friends. We're giving
if
close
you're
friends.
interested, it's for people that don't win.
Yeah.
So obviously we've had thousands of entries. There's only 7 winners.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people aren't going to win, but there's still a fun, exciting opportunity for everyone that doesn't win.
Yep.
That is involved within the brand trip.
Exciting. Well, we'll bring that to you on Friday in Close Friends. I love a little teaser. I'm so glad I got that across the line.
Yeah, so that'll
ha, sucked in, everyone. You don't get to know today. Sorry.
We'll tell you on Friday, and then the rest of the people will find out on Tuesday. So listen to Friday's bonus if you want to know what it is before everyone else.
Nice. Well,
So yeah, that's all that's been happening in my life.
Smashed it.
Well, anyway, that's another episode done and dusted.
Yep. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss an episode. Thank you so much for listening, Scrollers. We bloody love ya. And we'll see you on Friday for Close Friends special announcement.
And good luck to you, Matt, tomorrow getting fucking Kylie tickets.
Yeah, thank you. Thoughts and prayers, people. Thoughts and prayers. Anyway, Joel, better let you go. I've got to go jump on Ticketek and get in the queue.